Last time we were discussing grammar, and this time also we are continuing the same. And in our previous class, we discussed about prepositions. However, we could not complete that. So let's complete the topic today. So let's move to our journey. I hope you people are with your pen and copy, and I'll provide you few questions within 1 minute. No need to copy the questions. Simply write the answers. But in exam, you have to copy the questions, okay? One of the student did mistake there. That type of mistake, please do not repeat. Simply, if you write the answer without copying the questions, that may not make meanings. There are certain points we would discuss how that is helpful. Okay. So my dear children, I would discuss to you how it is attempted from examination point of view later. But now let's start with the questions. So dear children, so a few questions I'd like to show. Please go through these questions. So don't bother about the instruction. Simply look at the questions. There are 4 questions you given in the box. Choose the appropriate one. I think you people have completed all these questions. Let's begin with Prasiksha Ghemire. Prasiksha, unmute yourself and please tell your answer of question number 1.
Why are you sending this?
Prasiksha.
So I'm not understanding.
Tell us or share your question number 1. What is your answer? You have not completed.
No, sir.
Is the screen visible?
So yes.
Yeah. Then you have not completed question number 1. Which one did you do?
So I
Anyone
just started from today.
Okay. It's okay. This is the question. Right now you have to practice. Prasiksha has not got. Please follow your friends. And I'm going to Binit Thapa. Binit Thapa.
Yes, sir.
Please share your answer number 1.
Where are you sending this? Who are you sending this email to?
Your preposition is to. Thank you very much. We'll discuss it later. So Shubham Shah.
Yes, sir.
Question number 2. Question number 2.
Sir, off.
Off. Very good. So we'll move to Saurabh. Question number 3. Saurabh.
Sir, bye.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye. So let me move to Sanjivani Pariyar. Question number 4. Sanjivani, question number 4. What's your answer? Sorry, I could not get your sound properly. Could you please repeat it? Sanjivani, I could not get your answer properly. Could you please repeat it? Unmute yourself. You're muted yet.
Sir, it is not working well. My
Okay. What's your answer of question number 4? Now you are audible.
I think the answer is 2.
Thank you very much. 2. So we would discuss this later. So now let's move to next. Okay. Let's move to the slide. So the remaining parts of preposition. Is the screen visible? No. So let me share again. I believe that would be visible. Now visible? Yes. Okay. We were discussing about the preposition. Last time we had completed some slides. So this time we have to complete the whole topic, whole issue. So we discussed about prepositions of time, prepositions of place and movement, right? We were discussing prepositions of place and movement last time. And let's begin from the same topic. These are the prepositions. These are mixed one prepositions. Prepositions of place as well as prepositions of movement. Look at that. So this time, the remaining slides are discussing about the prepositions of place and movement. Just see there, down. Down is used to talk about the place, as well as to talk about the movement. See the thing. He is walking down the street. Suppose the street is slopey, or he is walking down the hill. Walking down, that means the movement. And we could see the preposition used here. He walked down the hill, means foot of the hill, means that is in the motion, that is movement. Walking down, movement. Walked down, that's the place. See the thing, that's the one specified place. Similarly, into, onto, both are used while we are talking something is in action, something is in movement. To talk about the movement, to talk about the action going on or taking place, that's into. So this is also preposition of movement. So just a moment, we could see here, I am just pointing into the screen. See the thing, into. Just I am putting or keeping the pen into my pocket. He is entering into the room. So near is the place. Prepositions of place. Something at fixed place. Just we could see there is a beautiful temple near our school. This is an imaginary, right? You may say there's no temple near our school, right? So that's just an example that I gave you. Something closer to, something that is close to something or any object, that is called near. Beside, exactly next to something is called beside. Side, this is beside, okay? Just for example, on a bench, on a bench. So I said on. On is also the preposition of place. On is also the preposition of time. On a bench, 3 students are sitting, right? 3 students are sitting. Suppose Drishti Singh is sitting beside Eriga Khadga. So that is beside. Don't be confused between the preposition beside and next to. Next to means just back, backside, following. Beside means at the side of the object. So look at that. Between, when 3 objects are there and one is in the midpoint, that is called between. Just I said 3 students are sitting on a bench. Among them, Adit Ghale is sitting between Saurabh and Binit. This is how we could make. Look at that. 2 objects are at the side, on each side. Suppose I am here, on my both sides, this side and this side. Could see my movement also, right? So that it would be easier to get the concept. This side and this side, both sides. If 2 persons are sitting, then I am in between them. Look at this. I am in between them. This is how between is used. Behind, at the back. So my dear children, behind and next to, these are the similar type of preposition. Somebody or some or any object that's just back, that may be at a side too, that's behind. And when you are making a line in your assembly, friends are standing next to you, just at the back, right? If they make little bit side, if they take little bit side and then behind, right? At the side, at the back of, see the thing. And below and under, my dear children, I'm mixing these things. Below and under. Under exactly is vertically. Below means lower than something else. Just you have seen you have seen the whiteboard on the wall. You could see the bench below the whiteboard. You could see the benches under the ceiling. So look at this. Something at lower position, that is called below. Beneath and under. Beneath and under, somehow used for the same meaning. In a sense, that covers. So beneath, under, talk about or give the meaning that is inside certain periphery. This is also lower than something. See the difference between beneath, below, and under. My dear children, I would show you, this is a book. If you are just visualizing this book, it is a book, right? And then it is another book. Look, if this vertically, look, vertically lower, this book is, right hand book is here, right? Right hand book is vertically below, lower than the left hand book. So here you could say right hand book is below, right? Sometimes you write answers in your copy. The points are given below. You use this, right? And then if it comes here and this is under, see the thing, right hand book is just under the left hand book. If you see this picture, that would be very much easier for you to understand, right? And then this is also called the beneath also, right? So this is how we use these prepositions. After someone follows, right? One after another. Your friends move to washroom. One comes and asks for permission. May I come in, sir? Right after him or her, the next comes. Right after her or him, next comes. Look, while discussing, I'm using the prepositions here. Be careful. And then against. Against means something that's directly pushing or taking support of any object. That is called against. See the thing. Suppose somebody is just leaning against the wall, right? In your new building, in your school, the students lean on the wall, step against the wall, right? That is against. Along. When we talk about along, we simply talk one point to another point in a line. Dear children, be careful about here. When you find across, so when you see one moves one point to another point, one point to another point. Suppose this is the point, one point and another point, and goes across, crossing, crossing one point to another point, that is across. And when one goes horizontally in a linear position, straight, that is called along. So along and across. From is a very ordinary, the beginning point, the moment we begin from one point and move to another point and reach to another point, that is from. And when we have face to face or facing side, same side, that is called in front of. See the thing, when we have face to face, this is opposite. If two boys are standing face to face, that is called opposite. And when we are facing the same side, we are standing at the same side and someone is just before you, then that is called in front of. Suppose your teacher is writing on a whiteboard, standing in front of you. The teacher is writing on a whiteboard and you are facing to the whiteboard and your teacher is also facing to the whiteboard. And where is the teacher? Teacher is in front of the students. The moment the teacher is speaking, just facing to you and you are facing to your teacher, teacher is facing to you. At that time, opposite. Opposite and in front of. Inside. I don't need to explain this preposition. I hope you have got the clear idea. Inside means remaining inside. Be within the periphery. Be within the certain boundary or certain line. See the thing? Two words. This is again the preposition of movement. Certain direction. The bull was running towards a woman. Let's say. Means the bull is running towards a man. That is the direction. Moving somewhere else. Under. I've already talked. Over. If you remember, last time in our first class, we discussed above. See the thing. And over. When the thing is vertically above, vertically up, at that time we use over. And the same thing is applied to above. When we have to talk something vertically up or vertically upper than the position, there we use again above. So dear children, we have to be very much careful about the prepositions. Sometimes the prepositions might confuse us. Sometimes because the prepositions are used according to the situation, according to the location of the object. So we know that preposition, position itself is the location. See the thing. Position means itself is a location. And then I'm just recalling the previous class. Above we said higher than something else. And over we said vertically above. Just let me show you. This is the palm, okay? This is over my head. See the thing. If the palm falls, it covers or it touches my head. This is vertically above. See the thing. This is over. And if my palm is higher than my head, but it does not cover my head, so this is above. See the thing, right? And my dear children, that is how we separate the prepositions. Next two, we have already discussed. Of. Something is separated from certain object or certain noun or pronoun. At that time, we use of. In a sense of being separated, being parted. Onto, already discussed. This is preposition of movement. Through. When we go through, means we complete certain journey. Particularly, it is also used in a sense like across, but it is different. When we go being totally covered within certain object, at that time we use through. When we cross or cover certain distance or certain distance, one point to another point, but we are visible, at that time we use across. Be careful. Just look at the example here. We walk through the woods. We walk through the dense forest. And across and through, different. He crossed the road, right? That is across, one end to another end, or one point to another point. He walked through the tunnel. Means he is covered within that tunnel. So to also shows the movement of direction. See the thing. Opposite I have already discussed. Inside and outside, right? Inside and outside, this same. Just you could see out of. Means when we are leaving something, excluding something else, at that time we use out of. 5 students did excellent out of 60 in first unit test. Just an example, don't be sad. Almost all of you have done well, right? When you calculate your mark, I don't know whether you obtain A plus or not. Anyway, up, down and up, right? Walk down the hill, walked up the hill. Up means go up, higher. Low point to higher point. Base to top. Bottom to top. Underneath, underneath, beneath, under. These are the similar prepositions. Even if they talk lower than something. If you see the definition of 3 prepositions, you could find the same, lower than something. Over. Already discussed, I think this is repeated, right? This is repeated. So past, something goes near or passes through near. Just look at this. A bullet passed by the air. See the thing, just near of the or at the nearest point of the object. So round, that means circle. Around and round. My dear children, around is used for time as well as to talk about the circle. But round is only used to talk about circle and it is used for movement. Around and round. Be careful. Last time in our practice question, I provided the question to the students as an assignment. None of the students made the question correct. See the thing? The answer was not opted properly. The answer was around. That was talking about the time. So out of, outside, I think this is also repeated. So next type is prepositions of agents and things. This is or instruments. Things means your instrument. I've mixed it. So we could find these things very well. And we could use these prepositions. And there are more prepositions that you could go through. And these are not only the prepositions. I'm not here to discuss about the definitions of these prepositions. Look at the examples. These are the examples of prepositions of instruments or agents. So after that, we talk about prepositional phrases. See the things. That means simply a preposition comes with other word. That is called prepositional phrases. Just we could find along with, apart from, because of, by means of, according to, in front of. These are the prepositional phrases. So you have to be very much careful. Mostly prepositional phrases are used. In our first discussion, we discussed there, someone, if I'm not wrong, Lisa Dahal said, my English teacher said that the old man died of coronavirus. There was a question, died, ... coronavirus. And Lisa Dahal answered, because of coronavirus. And she even told me that she got that answer in Google. She searched there. She went through Google and she found that. And actually that was, I told her that time, right? Actually there we use preposition of. Listen the pronunciation clearly. OF is of. OFF is of. So mostly we do same pronunciation. Of and of. OF of. So that is prepositional phrase. Die, the verb die takes off. See the things. That adjective afraid takes off. The verb accuse takes off. So there are certain verbs, certain words that come with prepositions. Just we did here in the first question. who are you sending this email to? Look at there, how it has been used. So this is how we talk about prepositions. And these are the examples, my dear children. After all, this is our last or end of this topic. So dear children, we have very less time. If you have any confusion regarding this, you may have a question. Please, very quickly. Here is one notice. Please read that in WeChat, chat box. I've just seen. So dear children, you have enjoyed this class. I believe this, if I am not wrong. So if you have any confusion, any queries, please ask me. So today, that's all. Enjoy your day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will be together tomorrow. See you tomorrow then. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, everybody.